woman than you can handle. You've been talking to those companions? Too hot-headed, they cried. Weak, pathetic cowards, the lot of them. It wasn't my fault. I told them over and over that it was an accident. They wanted me to prove my worth. So they threw me up against a young whelp of a lad, hardly old enough to grow his first chin hairs. I guess I thought a woman wasn't strong enough to hurt him. I didn't mean for him to die. Why would I want that? I just lost control. The heat of the battle is the fire that forges the strongest blades. It's an old Nord proverb. That, and a true Nord never misses a chance to test her worth. And why not? I could beat anyone in this city, barehanded. 100 gold says I knock your hide to the ground. Just fists. No weapons, no magic, no crying. Let's go. Come on, let's... Thought I heard fight.
Something's on the big one.
Somebody help!
Please, someone do something.
Come on, let's see you put up a fight.
My money's on me. This is a local favorite and one of the best songs I ever
To the
learned.
ground.
Ragnar.
You're just gonna stand there and take it?
I'm afraid of
Don't
you.
hurt me.
Hey, that's what you're doing.
Who taught you to fight? Keep those hands up.
This is an ode to Skyrim's staunch. This is a local
You're just
favorite
gonna
and
stand there and
one of the
take
first
it?
songs I ever
Fight
learned.
back.
Ragnar the Red.
Drag that snow back to the ground.
Let's see you put up a fight.
This is an ode to Skyrim's staunch protectors.
You're just gonna stand
The
there and take
Imperials.
it? Fight back.
This is an ode to Skyrim's staunch. This is a local favorite and one of the first songs I ever
Somebody
learned.
help.
Ragnar the Red.
Please, someone just gonna stand there and
Come
take
on,
it?
show me what you got.
This should be good.
You're just gonna stand there and take it?
This is a local favorite and one of the first songs I ever learned. Ragnar the Red.
Drag that snow back to the ground. Come on.
I'm getting out of here.
Damn you.
You're just gonna stand there and take
You
it?
call yourself a Nord?
Back.
What you doing?
Now that's what I call a punch. You got me.
Hands up.
You're no liar. Best fight I've had in years. There you are. If you ever need another blade at your side, just ask. Wouldn't mind seeing how you handle a few trolls.
Foolish old woman. You know nothing. Nothing of our struggles, our suffering.
Nothing. And what of my son? What of Thorold? Is he
The
nothing?
finest cuts, fresh
So
from the
don't
wild.
talk to me about suffering.
Your son chose his side, and he chose poorly, and now he's gone. Such is the way of war. The sooner you accept his loss, the better.
Never accept his death. My son
Chops and
still
steaks
lives
fit for a Jarl.
in my
Come and
heart.
see my selection of the
So
finest
tell
quality
me,
meats.
Battleborn, right
Where
here,
is and fresh vegetables
where are
for
you
sale?
holding my furrows?
Do you believe this old hag?
Ripe fruit and fresh vegetables for...
Really?
Why?
You convinced that loot player to stop chasing me?
He's my prisoner.
I'd thank the gods.
Face
I'll
it.
settle for thanking you.
Your stupid son.
Here's some coin for your help.
He died a store cloak and traitor. And you?
Remember,
Best
fresh
keep your
fruit and
mouth shut
vegetables
before
every
you
day.
suffer the
Or a
same.
tender rack of
Come
ribs.
on, Father. There's nothing more to be said.
My favorite drinking buddy. Let's get some meat. I ain't done. Only if I can help it. But damn if I... Hey, in the Bannered Mare, there's this bottle of Argonian ale. Then we got nothing more to talk about. Sure, whatever.
Bits and baubles for sale. Oh,
Hold on,
Captain
Gagan.
are the best blacksmith in Skyrim.
Chops and steaks fit for a Jarl. Come and see my selection of the finest quality
Fresh
meats.
baked loaves. Still warm from the oven.
Yes?
Damn Stormcloak rebels.
I am the chosen of Talos. I alone have been anointed by the Ninth to spread his holy word. Terrible. You have come. You have come to... because the so-called Emperor is a coward. That's right, I said coward. Oh, yes. He agreed to banish the worship of Talos at the tip of an Aldmeri sword. They called it the White Gold Concordat. Well, I call it blasphemy. A true son of the Empire would never have turned his back on our greatest hero. Not at any price. Well, let me tell you something, friend. Cyrodiil is a long way from here, and in Skyrim, we will never forsake mighty Talos. Ah, let them come. I have no fear, for Talos is my ally, and I am his prophet. His word is upon my lips, his voice in my throat. Hello, my friend. If you seek knowledge about mighty Talos, you have most certainly come to the right person. In mortal life, Talos was a Nord, possessed of unmatched tactical skill, limitless wisdom, and the power to see into men's hearts. Talos mastered the power of the voice, and with it he united the lands of men into a great empire. In southern lands, he was known by the name Tiber Septim. Here in Skyrim, we honor him by his proper Nord name. So great was his reign in life. When he ascended to the heavens, he was made Lord of the Divines. If you want to know more, I'm sure you can find any number of tomes on the subject. We are but maggots, writhing in the filth. Of our own corrupt while you have ascended from the dung of mortality, and now walk among the stars.
Ain't nobody high and mighty in these halls, except in the Jarl. And don't you forget.
I serve Jarl Balgruff as from Adria? Ah, this must be that weapon. Thank you. Please, take these few coins. For services Divine's bless. Excellent. You've done us a great service. Here is your reward. The Jarl is, as you can imagine, very busy. Perhaps
What's
I
the
can
meaning of
assist
this
you.
interruption?
Enjoy your visit to
Jarl
Dragon's
Balgruff
Reach.
is not receiving visitors. Well, that explains why the guards let you in. Come on then. The Jarl will want to speak to you personally.
So, you were at Helgen. You saw this dragon with your own eyes? By Ysmir, Irileth was right. What do you say now, Proventus? Shall we continue to trust in the strength of our walls against the dragon?
My lord, we should send troops to Riverwood at once. It's in the most immediate danger. If that dragon is lurking in the mountains...
The Jarl of Falkreath will view that as a provocation. He'll assume we're preparing to join Ulfric's side and attack him. We should
Enough!
not...
I'll not stand idly by while the dragon burns my hold and slaughters my people. Irileth, send a detachment to Riverwood at once.
Yes, my Jarl.
If you'll excuse me, I'll return to
Well
my
done.
duties.
You sought me out on your own initiative. You've done Whiterun a service, and I won't forget it. Here, take this as a small token of my esteem. There is another thing you could do for me. Suitable for someone of your particular talents, perhaps. Come, let's go find Farengar, my court wizard. He's been looking into a matter related to these dragons and rumors of dragons.
What would you have me do, Hrongar? Your brother is the Jarl. You know I can't question his judgment.
I'm not asking you to defy the Jarl, just to open his eyes. Use subtlety and suggestion to turn his thoughts to the war. You're his steward. He'll listen to you.
Leave me out of your
Farengar,
Hrongar.
I think I
You have
found
something to
someone
say
who
to
can
the
help
Jarl.
you with
Say
your
it with your own tongue.
dragon project.
Come to Dragon's Reach to discuss the ongoing hostilities, like the rest of the great warriors? Ah, indeed? The Jarl. Oh yes, he must be referring to my research into the dragons. Yes, I could use someone to fetch something for me. Well, when I say fetch, I really mean delve into a dangerous ruin in search of an ancient stone tablet that may or may not actually be there. Ah, no mere brute mercenary, but a thinker. Perhaps even a scholar? You see, when the stories of dragons began to circulate, many dismissed them as mere fantasies, rumors, impossibilities. One sure mark of a fool is to dismiss anything that falls outside his experience as being impossible. But I began to search for information about dragons. Where had they gone all those years ago? And where were they coming from? I learned of a certain stone tablet said to be housed in Bleak Falls Barrow. A dragon stone, said to contain a map of dragon burial sites. Go to Bleak Falls Barrow, find this tablet, no doubt interred in the main chamber, and bring it to me. Simplicity itself. Ah, the Dragon Stone of Bleak Falls Barrow. You already found it. You are cut from a different cloth than the usual brutes the Jarl foists on me. That is where your job ends and mine begins. The work of the mind, sadly undervalued in Skyrim.
Farengar!
I wonder what Irileth is so excited
you
about.
need to come at once. A dragon's
I wonder
been
what
sighted nearby.
Irileth is so excited about.
You should come too.
A dragon? How exciting. Where was it seen? What was it doing?
I'd take this a bit more seriously if I were you. If a dragon decides to attack Whiterun, I don't know if we can stop it. Let's go.
Good work, son. We'll take it from here. Head down to the barracks for some food and rest. You've earned it.
I might just be a
Irileth,
servant among
better
lords,
gather
but
some
don't
guardsmen
think
and get
for a
down there.
moment I don't take
There's
my
no time
duties
to
as
stand on
seriously
ceremony, my
as
friend.
the Jarl
I
himself.
need your help again. I want you to go with Irileth and help her fight this dragon. You survived Helgen, so you have more experience with dragons than anyone else here. But I haven't forgotten the service you did for me in retrieving the Dragon Stone for Farengar. As a token of my esteem, I have instructed Avenici that you are now permitted to purchase property in the city. And please, accept this gift from my personal armory.
I've already ordered... men to muster near the main gate.
Good. Don't fail me.
I should come along. I would very much like to see this
can
dragon.
attack Whiterun. No, I can't afford to risk both of you. I need you here working.
Heard they're reforming the Dawn Guard. Vampire hunters or something. In the old fort.
The guards in Dragon Street say you aided the Jarl. On behalf of Whiterun, I thank you. With Irileth, you either come back covered with glory, or not at all.
You wield Azura's star? How?
How can such a thing be possible?
Here's the situation.
Hold on. I want to hear what Ireland say.
Watchtower.
A dragon?
Now we're in for it.
Can't wait to kill another of
You heard
Alfred's
right.
boys.
I said a dragon. I don't much care where it
Insufferable
came from or
waiting.
who sent it. What I do know is that it's made the mistake of attacking Whiterun.
But Housecarl, how can we fight a dragon?
That's a fair question. None of us have ever seen a dragon before, or expected to face one in battle.
Can't wait
But
to
we
kill
are
another of
honor-bound to
Alfred's
fight
boys.
it, even if we fail. This dragon is threatening our homes, our families. Could you call yourself Nord, random monster? Are you going to let me face this alone? No. But it's more than our honor at stake. Think of it. First dragon seen in Skyrim since the last age. The killing it is ours. If you're with me. Now what do you say? Shall we go kill us a dragon?
Yeah.
Damn right.
Let's move out.
Hey, watch it.
No signs of any dragon right now. Sure looks like he's been. I know it looks bad, but we've got to figure out what happened. And if that dragon is still skulking around.
Still here somewhere. Rocky and Thor just got grabbed when they tried to make a run for it. Kinneret, save us. Here he comes again.
Let's make sure that overgrown lizard is really dead. Damn good shooting, boys.
Look at that.
Everybody, get back!
My God! What manner of power is that?
That was the
I can't
hurriest
believe
fight
it.
I've ever been in.
You're
and I've been
Dragonborn.
in more than a few. I don't know
In the very
about
oldest
Dragonborn,
tales, back from when there were still dragons in Skyrim, the Dragonborn would slay dragons and steal their power. That's what you did, isn't it? Absorb the dragon's power. Yes, I think I am. You can shout now. That can only mean one thing. You must be Dragonborn.
What are you talking about?
That's right. My grandfather used to tell stories about the Dragonborn. Those born with the dragon blood in them. Like old Tiber Septim himself.
I've never heard of Tiber Septim killing any dragons.
There weren't any dragons then, idiot. They're just coming back now for the first time.
I need to ask you to stop. That shouting. Can't say I've heard of any laws against whatever that is you're doing. But I'll lock you up if I have to. I've got my eye on you. Power of old. Voice of the Dragonborn. You did it! You killed the dragon.
Good. You're fine. I serve Jarl Balg. The Jarl has put out a bounty to slay a giant. Here, take a look at this decree for details.
You heard.
Enjoy your visit to Dragon's Reach.
So what happened at the watchtower? Was the dragon there? Dragonborn? What do you know about the Dragonborn? So it's true. The Greybeards really were summoning you. Masters of the Way of the Voice. They live in seclusion high on the slopes of the throat of the world. The Dragonborn is said to be uniquely gifted in the voice,
The ability to focus your vital essence into a thum, or shout. If you really are Dragonborn, they can teach you how to use your gift. The Greybeards. You've done a great service for me and my city, Dragonborn. By my right as Jarl, I name you Thane of Whiterun. It's the greatest honor that's within my power to grant. I assign you Lydia as a personal housecarl, and this weapon from my armory to serve as your badge of office. I'll also notify my guards of your new title. Wouldn't want them to think you're part of the common rabble, now would we? We are honored to have you as Thane of our city, Dragonborn.
Didn't you hear the thundering sound as you returned to Whiterun? That was the voice of the Greybeards, summoning you to High Hrothgar. This hasn't happened in centuries, at least. Not since Tiber Septim himself was summoned when
May the
he was
gods
still
watch
Talos
over
of
your
Andorra.
battles, friend. Well, in the old tales, the Dragonborn heroes would use the power of their voice to defeat the enemies of Skyrim. Wolfheart was Dragonborn. Talos, too, the founder of the Empire. Back in the good old days. In the very oldest tales. Back from when there still were dragons in Skyrim. The Dragonborn would slay dragons and steal their power. In the old tales, Nord heroes would use the power of their voice to shout down the gates of cities and strike down their enemies. But only the Greybeards study the way of the voice anymore. If you can shout, they're the masters of the way of the voice, of shouting. They live up on top of the throat of the world. If you're really Dragonborn, they'll want to talk to you. In the old stories, they always summon the Dragonborn for training. If it's the war you're referring to, no doubt General Tullius and his friends in the Empire will tell you that I owe them my loyalty. And perhaps I do. Ulfric Stormcloak would say that I owe my allegiance to the Nord people as they fight for Skyrim's independence. Perhaps this is also true. The day might come when I am forced to draw my sword for one side or the other. But that day has not come yet. No doubt he thought it was the only way to make his point. And also because he knew he could. With good planning and constant bid. Even now, my court wizard, Farengar, continues his research into ways we might drive back these terrors. We must also have ample reserves of water to combat the fires that will surely spread after an attack. But our greatest weapon? Courage. Until brave heroes step forward to destroy these monsters, that is the best we can do. Runga, now, if you don't mind, what does I've any got of a this city Nord to nonsense keep. have to do with our friend here? Capable as she may be, I don't see any signs of her being this, Dragonborn. The only thing I remember... No doubt those Greybeards up at High Hrothgar will talk your ear off about it. Old Nord folktales always talk about... If you think you might be able to do that kind of thing, go talk to the Greybeards. See what they can tell. Near as I can tell, a bunch of ancient Nord hermits who live on top of a mountain. Never heard of them talking to anybody before. If they really do want to talk to you, you'd better go find out what they want.
Nonsense!
You never know.
Why, you puffed up ignorant.
The Jarl is, as you... Splendid. There's a house available. Wonderful. Here's the key to your new home. I'll be glad to help. And of course, now, what would you like to purchase? Very well. Is there anything else you'd like to purchase? Very well. I'll make the arrangement. Is there anything else you'd like to purchase? Very well. Is there anything else you'd like to purchase? Very well. Is there anything else you'd like to purchase? Very well. Is there anything else you'd like to purchase? Very well. Is there anything else you'd like to purchase? If there's any more I can help you with,
don't be so
just
hard
let
on
me know.
Avenici.
I meant no disrespect, of course. It's just that, what are these Greybeards
All
want
this
with
standing around, it means you can kill dragons and steal their power. even speak with a dragon's voice, they say. There hasn't been a dragonborn seen in the land for centuries. Not since Talos himself walked his 7,000 steps to High Hrothgar. They live in seclusion on the slopes of the Throat of the World, the great mountain of Skyrim. They are masters of the way of the voice. If you really are dragonborn, they're the ones who can teach you how to use
That's
your power.
the Greybeard's business.
Maybe we'll meet in the field.
Not ours.
Just pray we're on the same side.
The Jarl has appointed me to be your housecarl. It's an honor to serve. The Jarl has recognized you as a person of great importance in the Hold. A hero. The title of Thane is an honor. A gift for your service. Guards will know to look the other way if you tell them who you are. As my Thane, I'm sworn to your service. I'll guard you and all you own with my life. What do you need, my Thane? What do you need, my Thane?